Hello, everybody. I'm Ricky Smith. Welcome to Faith on Friday Presents. At Faith on Friday Presents, our goal is to drive motivation by closing the door on the comfort zone, to foster inspiration by showing you what's possible, and to create transformation by challenging those negative and unproductive mindsets. And while you're here, don't forget, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram. You don't want to miss a thing. All right, today is all about those people who are holding the world up all by themselves. You are doing all of the things, being the mom, being the dad, being the worker, being the carpool person, being the person that cleans, that mends, that heals, that restores. You're pretty much doing everything for everybody. But what are you doing for yourself? Today, we're going to talk about you and you alone. We're going to talk about your inside voice. We're going to talk about being seen and heard as an individual. But before we get into that, everybody, please say hello to my guest today, Ms. Jackie Cote. What's up,
Hello.
Jackie?
Thank you so much for having me here. I've been so looking forward to being here with you.
Oh my
I
gosh,
love it.
I'm thrilled to have you. I mean, first of all, the topic's going to be amazing. And then, there's you. So that's that.
You
But
know,
Jackie, before we get started, tell me a little bit about yourself and where you're located, my friend.
it's always a fun question when someone says, like, where are you at? And I'm like, well, today we're full-time nomadic in the Gypsum, Colorado area, in the middle of the mountains. I say in the middle of nowhere, not near the populated areas of Colorado. We're 2.5 hours west of Denver. So if you ever want to come to no man's land, come visit. But we've been nomadic for 4 years, and I'm originally from the East Coast, Jersey girl, husband's from New York, and we just decided 4 years ago to start traveling and doing our thing and being location independent.
I am, I don't even know where to go with that because I think I'm jealous and angry at you and super excited for you all at the same time. Because I think a lot of people watching and listening, they think, oh, that would just be so cool to do. But then they look around at their family and be like, yeah, no, not enough rooms to get away.
Yeah. I get it all the time. Like, you're living my dream. I'm like, really? Let's talk.
I
Because
know.
let me explain the reality of it first, and which we still love, and
Yeah.
there's challenges. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Okay, I'm over it. I'm not mad at you anymore. Thanks so much for being here, Jackie. But you heard in the intro, we are going to be talking about those people who are holding the world up on their shoulders by themselves, doing all the things for everybody. But they're not doing anything for themselves. They don't even hear their own thoughts. So take it from there. First of all, tell us a little bit about what that all really means in your space.
So in my space, there's a lot of talk about being like seen and heard when you're building a business, right? So whether it's through social media, through doing all like whatever it is, you want to be
Hmm.
seen and heard publicly. But there was this moment where I just paused and I was like, with a couple of my clients, and I was like, yeah, but do you see and hear yourself first?
Wow.
Like, it's an inside job to truly, like, so someone says, I want to be respected. Well, do you respect yourself? I want
Woo.
to be adored. And I ask these questions in a form of radical responsibility for self. Like, when we can
Hmm.
take that radical responsibility for self, what we realize is that we want all these things externally from others, whether it's
Right.
relationship, whether it's in your business, and then but you don't believe that. Like, you don't believe you get to be adored. You don't believe that you get to be free and take time off and live the life you want to live. Like, and so being seen and heard is really an inside game, and it's about being with you, like
Yeah.
owning who you are, awakening, empowering, and owning who you are.
Yeah, that's so good because you hear so many people saying that, I want these things. And most of the things that people think they want are external.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't, I love what you said, but they don't think or believe it for themselves. I want to be adored. Well, I consider myself adored because other people adore me. I want to be seen. Well, I'm seen because other people see me. But you don't seem to see yourself. So if I said, Jackie, what does that mean to see yourself? What do you mean by that?
Let me tell you a story, because that's usually how I express myself really well. But
Hmm.
there, with my relate, I'll just talk about my relationship because I think everybody here is either in a relationship, desires a relationship or something.
Sure.
And I remember around year three, we were kind of on the rocks, living in separate rooms, and this is right
Hmm.
when I came into this coaching world.
Hmm.
And I remember coming home, traveling a lot for my job, and coming home, and we just kept going, just not really seeing eye to eye. And but I was
Hmm.
like, well, I kept telling him what he could do more of. By the way, I kept like
Wow.
doing the finger pointing, and then the three
Hmm.
fingers back at me, I was ignoring
Yeah.
completely.
Well, yeah.
And so I realized in that moment, I was like, wait a second. I'm like, it's not about what he can do different. It's about like, what can I, like, who am I being? And
Wow.
I literally said to him, I said, oh, you know what? You need to do you and I'll do me. And if we're still standing in the end, great. If we're
Hmm.
not, that's what's meant to be.
Right.
And we're still together 9.5 years later. Yay.
Yeah.
But
Yay.
that came from really going inward on myself. And one of the
Hmm.
first exercises my coach at the time had me do, because we all need mentors in the world, right?
Hmm.
Um, do the mirror work where she did a do the I love you in the mirror. Have you ever done
Oh
that
my
before?
goodness. Sadly I do it daily.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So early on, I do it now, but early
Hmm.
on, I avoided looking at myself in the mirror and like kept
Yeah.
going. And when it finally hit, where I just started crying when I hit, and I was like, "You
Hmm.
really don't love yourself." And so I wrote this list out of what I wanted in a companionship, and I didn't tell him this. I just wrote the
Right.
list out, and I asked myself, with everything I wanted in a companionship, I asked
Hmm.
myself, "Do you feel that way about yourself?" Do
Wow.
you love yourself that way? Do you do things spontaneously? Like I wrote all this stuff like, I want to be
Hmm.
spontaneous. I want someone who can do this. I want someone who do you, Jackie,
Hmm.
believe and trust and own all of these things for yourself first?
Oh my
Because
goodness.
then that's how our relationship got better over the
Hmm.
years. And I didn't have to
Hmm.
tell him to do anything.
Yeah.
I had to work on me first.
Yeah. I think a lot of people look at that and they say, well, I work on me every day. But then I guess the
Mm-hmm.
question is, do you really? I love
Mm,
that mirror exercise, and I do it with my clients too, because as speakers, they think they're getting something from the audience. Well, that's not really how that works. You are giving something out, but you can't give what you don't have.
mm.
You,
Right.
now come on, right? You can't love an audience. You can't love a message. You can't even really do a great job sending a message out if that message is not in you. And that mirror
Mm-hmm.
exercise, there is crying involved. When
Mm,
you look in the mirror and you tell yourself, I love you, you are worthy.
mm-hmm.
You have what it takes. You're the one for the job. You are everything that you were
Mm.
meant to be.
Just you saying it makes me want to tear up. Like you
Oh,
saying it to me makes me go, yes,
yeah.
yes.
But I mean, why do you think we don't do that for ourselves? What's your thought in that?
I think society has trained us to like do for others and not necessarily for self. Like give, 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 especially
Hmm.
women. Like we
Yeah.
will give till our death, you know?
Hmm. True.
And receiving for women is really hard because there's like guilt and shame. Like it's very transactional, right? So
Hmm.
if we receive, we must give a gift back. Someone gives us a gift, we have
Right.
to give it. And I think not until, by the way, not until about a year and a half ago did I finally discover like I get to receive and it doesn't have to be transactional.
Hmm. That's
Like
so good.
I get to receive from somebody who wants to do something kind for me, and
Yeah.
energy just comes back around. Faith, God, like it just
Yeah.
knows. Like when you give here, you receive from over here. They're gonna. It's just a flow.
Yeah.
And when we make it transactional, there's these expectations, and then there's this bitterness and angry, and
Hmm.
so I learned to release all expectations and just give because I want to give, not
Yeah. Just
because
give what you want
if
to
I
give.
give. I remember when I was in, oh, let's call it an unhealthier version of myself.
Hmm.
I would do all these things, but like, you better love me because I did this, and you
Woo.
better, and you better, and you better, like, and I
Hmm.
didn't say that to them, but that's how I
Yeah.
felt inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now it's like, no expectations.
Hmm.
And
Just
so
do it out
now
of
I, I
literally the
just have
sincerity
the
of your heart.
love and the sincerity of my heart.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how much you receive when you give from that place. Now, I had
Hmm.
to be willing to accept what was comoming at me and actually,
Yeah.
right? Like that whole, you look beautiful today. And you're like, thank you. But the old Jackie's like, oh, this whole
This
thing,
whole
I
thing,
got this
yeah.
from thing.
How many of us do that? Oh my God, this thing, it cost $6, on the rack, as opposed to just saying, thank
Thank
you. I
you.
appreciate it. I like what you said about receiving from that place that sincerity of your heart. And truly, truly, I know a lot of the women watching this and men who love women, you know these girls. If you do something nice for them, they are on their toes ready to give back what they have received. And it's the
Hmm.
hardest thing to give to people who give, you know. And I have people in my life like this. You could give them anything, and the first thing out of their mouth was two things. One, you didn't have to do this, or I don't have anything for you.
Yes. And it's kind of disrespectful. Like
Oh,
you're actually like it's like when we don't let ourselves receive from someone, that's a gift from them. And then when
yeah.
we um deflect it,
Mm-hmm.
like whether it's the compliment or whether it's the, oh, you didn't have to do that. Well, but I wanted to. So
But
you
I
just
wanted
kind of
to.
negated my kindness. And I
Wow,
when
that's
I
hurtful.
right and I when I realized that, I was like, it's kind of it's not honoring the fact that this person wanted to do something nice for you, you know? And
Yeah. And you took it away
so
from them.
yeah, yeah. And the other
Wow.
thing that I will tell you, in 2024, I had a really rough year, lots of
Mm-hmm.
adversity,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to surrender a lot, like surrender my
Mm-hmm.
business. I had to surrender a bunch of things for a while.
Right.
And my husband, I didn't realize how much it was going to bring my relationship closer because I actually let him take care of me, support
Oh,
me.
wow.
Because
So
I've been an I
good.
got it girl my whole life.
Come
Like,
on
I'm like, I
now.
don't need any help. Like, you do you, no, no, I got it. I'll take care of it financially,
Yeah.
this, that, that. And all that did for years with this poor man was like, fine, like, she doesn't need me, right? Like, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not saying, and I think a lot of independent women fear losing their independence. Letting someone support you is not losing your independence.
I hear all of the people raising their hand with me. Don't leave me out here, y'all. Don't leave me out here.
Right?
I mean, it's a huge thing because,
It's
like you said
huge.
earlier, society has said if you are not independent, if you're not moving and shaking,
Mm-hmm.
then you're not really being a boss lady. You know, you're not
Mm-hmm.
being the boss. If you let some guy, I'm like, some guy, really? S- that hurts my heart to say that, you know,
Yeah.
but that's how we've been trained recently,
Yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, and now to, ooh, girl. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
I
probably
feel
talk,
now
isn't
I need to do the mirror
it?
exercise again, all over again. I'm like, okay, you are worthy of allowing him to do the, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, but Jackie, let me ask you, what does that look like in business? Because you have a whole business, girl. You are
Hmm.
successful, you have clients, you're doing your thing. What does that look like, wanting to be seen and heard of self as it relates to your clients and your business?
Mm. That's a lot. So to start out, what first comes to mind is I'll give an example with social media. People are like, I hate it. Like, I don't, it doesn't, nobody like likes or nobody comments or this and that.
Hmm.
And they're doing it from this place of, I need to do this, right?
Yeah.
The
Hmm.
energy behind it is so important for them to receive, for people to receive what it is that you're giving out.
Hmm.
And so energetically, like if you're coming from this place of like, I need to do this because someone told me to, not because you believe in it,
Right.
not because
Wow.
you believe in yourself,
Hmm.
you will get back
Wow.
what you believe, like what you feel, what you identify with, and what you
Wow.
believe, you will receive that back. And
Hmm.
so if you're putting something out that people like energetically doesn't match up with your like what you desire to receive back,
Hmm.
well then you're not going to get that. So and even with in when I was having clients in the beginning, I remember
Hmm.
clients in the beginning, I was in this desperation mode because I had just gotten
Hmm.
fired. I need to make money, and I like look at people
Right.
like a little piece of meat, and then I'd feel very responsible for like all of their change. Like I was like,
Wow.
I have to do everything to. And then there was this
Hmm.
moment where I was like, I'm not responsible. It's their journey,
Hmm.
and because I understood that it's my journey, like
Yeah.
I'm responsible for my
So good.
loving me, because love, safety, and belonging is the foundation to everything that we strive
Hmm.
for. And when we
Right.
don't have that internally first, versus having something externally supply us love, externally supply us safety, externally supply us belonging,
Mm.
that external is temporary.
Yeah. It is.
When you have it internal and you can have that from a place of like internal love, internal safety, internal, and this is a journey to it's a journey to get
Yeah.
that. back if you
Mm-hmm.
don't have that, right? And it takes
Mm-hmm.
some work and it takes inner growth and all that stuff. And that's why we all
Yeah.
have mentors, right?
You would think. So then, Jackie, you say you're literally talking to business owners right now. All right, business owners are listening to this. There are male and female business owners that are in the same place as you and I once were. I gotta make money. I need to do this. If I don't, it's gonna fail. And if it fails, I'm a failure.
Mhm,
What do you tell a business owner, especially those of us who are solopreneurs, this business is what we do. What do you
mhm,
tell them in that space of baby girl, young man, get your life together and it's going to be
mhm.
okay. What do you tell them?
The number one piece of advice, in my opinion, is that only 20% is strategy and the how to.
Mm.
80% is between your two ears. 80% is what you believe, what you think, what's your identity, how you relate. And we think
Wow.
that we just need to learn something more and learn something more and learn something more in the
Mm-hmm.
strategy side, the execution side. And I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah.
and that won't work
Oh my
if you're not
gosh.
working on this.
Yeah.
And I
Woo.
think that that's not focused. So they wonder why they're on the hamster
Mm-hmm.
wheel, why there's
Mm-hmm.
no money at the end of the month, why they're tethered to their business, why they don't have a life. I believe in creating the
Yeah.
life first and fitting the business into the life,
That's so good.
not the other way around.
Yeah. Okay, all I hear is a mic drop right now, but wow. Tell us about your business, Jackie. What do you do?
So I came from 30 years of the restaurant industry doing leadership management. And one of my favorite things that kept me going, because people think I'm crazy for being in that industry for so long. And you know, because you were in for 15 and in the
Mm,
hospitality. And what I loved is helping people promote to next levels in companies like Starbucks and Outback and Potbelly and
okay.
Cava. Um, and I saw that gift of belief in them that they didn't quite have, and I'd hold it up for them till they got there. And then I just
Hmm.
changed the trajectory of their life financially,
Yeah.
confidence wise, all things. And then I ended up diving into my own business after getting let go from my final job. Thank God. Thank you. Best day of my life.
Right?
And what I do in my business is really help people create that freedom life by awakening, empowering, and owning who's inside here that's dying to come out and play.
Yeah.
With women especially, I've helped men too, but with women,
Hmm.
we stuff it down and we're like it's oh
Yeah.
we be the good girl or whatever the
Yeah.
old stories are, right?
Hmm.
I'm like, no, girl, no. Bring it out, awaken her, start to dream again, empower,
Yeah.
set boundaries, say no, and own you fully so that what you desire gets easier to create, easier to
Hmm.
step into, easier to receive. And I do that one on one. I have
Hmm.
memberships,
Hmm.
retreats, all the things.
Oh my gosh. And what's the name of your business, Jackie?
Jackie Cote Coaching. So that's my
Okay.
website, www.jackiecotecoaching.com.
And what can we see on your website?
So I believe everybody's their own destiny maker. So there's a Destiny Makers membership that is a women's empowerment movement that you'll be able to explore, and that's a easy button, $55 get in kind of program that gives you the weekly support that you need. But we also have retreats. I have all the podcasts I've been on. Everyone that I've
Mhm.
ever been on is on my website. So come check out all
Wow.
the amazing leaders that I've partnered with. And I have my one-on-one coaching, and I run 2 retreats a year, so
Mhm.
all of that's on there. Lots of good
Okay.
stuff, and my blog.
It sounds like it. Don't worry, everybody. If you did not get that information, everything is going to be in the description below. And don't forget, share this website with your network. Follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page, and don't forget, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Help Faith on Friday grow. We appreciate it. Jackie, my friend, before I let you go, we got to play a game. Woo!
Um,
It's not hard. This game is
okay,
called This or That. I'm going to give you the choice of a couple of things, and you, my friend, just tell me which one you like the best. Are you
okay,
ready to play, girl?
I'm ready to play.
Let's do this. iPhone or Android?
Android,
There you go. My people, my people. I'm telling you what.
best camera ever. I'm sorry,
So
crushes. Anything
true.
else?
I,
Crushes.
every time, every time. Action adventure movies or romantic comedies?
Romantic comedies.
Live to eat or eat to live?
Live to eat. I love cooking. I'm
Okay,
Italian. Come on now,
there
girl.
you go. What can you do? It's not your fault. Moonlight or candlelight?
Moonlight.
Yellow
I'm an
light.
outdoors.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you're
Yeah.
living nomadically, I guess so. Yellow lights, slow down or speed up?
Now, yellow light. Now
You
in my life, you slow down to speed up. Like
okay.
so I've learned how to more be present versus like go, 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 do, do, do,
Yeah.
do.
All gas and
And
no
then
brakes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying life now. I'm not waiting.
That's so good. Slow dance or shake that thing?
Hmm. With my honey, slow dance. With my friend, shake that thing.
Okay, I love it so much. And finally, Jackie, what is the best advice that you have ever given?
Oof. Don't wait. Stop waiting to create the life you desire. Not don't wait till the kids are grown up. Don't wait till the da 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 blah 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 blah. Whatever it is, stop waiting. Like it's time. It's time now. Like live your
Now's the
life
time.
now.
I like it so much. Jackie, thank you so much for hanging out with me today.
Thank you for having me. It's been such a pleasure.
It's my joy, trust me, my people. Okay, everybody, that's it for this week, but we'll be back next week with more Faith on Friday Presents.